Hey! Yo! Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review. And today we're going to be doing my comic pull list for the week, as well as news, updates, comments, questions, and answers. And boy, do we have some news, updates, comments, questions, and answers to talk about. Excuse how I look right now. I'm fresh off the gym, which was fresh off of work, so I had to go work out with gel in my hair. It was really quite weird. And then I'm a little tired because my birthday was actually yesterday, April 19th. So and my fiance, God bless her, she surprised me with a little get together with some friends, really close friends. So it was really nice. Well, friends I haven't seen for a while, which is important. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, and I don't want to waste time just jibbering and jabbling like I always do. We got a lot of video game stuff I want to talk about, a lot of comic book stuff I want to talk about, but we're going to start where we always start, with a little bit of Batman in our life. And we're going to start off with Nightwing, issue number 19. And this is obviously, we're continuing the Gatefold covers, and why so serious, nice Nightwing? I almost said Nice Wing. Uh, were you expecting someone else? The prankster. Basically, Nightwing has moved to Chicago, and the artist has taken a little bit of liberties to give Nightwing kind of a weird red belt and collar. Doesn't really bother me that much. I don't mind it. I think it's actually pretty endearing that you're trying something different. But Nightwing is now in Chicago, hunting down Tony Zuko, the murderer of his parents, who he thought was dead for the longest time. And basically, while this is going on, some shenanigans is going on with the individual known as the prankster. Um, who, let's be honest, is kind of a dick. And that's the basic gist of it. Nightwing has to deal with the prankster, but also has to deal with the fact that Tony Zuko is around. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. I like the art. I like the action scenes that coincide with the art. And I do like the tone and feel of the comic in that I like it's on its own and it feels like Nightwing of older days. He's not in Gotham anymore. He is in Chicago. And it kind of feels like when he went over to Bloodhaven, oh, so not too long ago in 1993, was it? No, 96. When the masterful Chuck Dixon made Nightwing's comic into, well, something that was just so fun, new, and invigorating. And I like how Kyle Higgins is doing that with the title. Bad? Really, the only bad I can say is I don't give two shits about whoever this prankster is. I don't care. He is there. He made no real impression on me, other than the fact that he was kind of a scary asshole with one person towards the very end. But other than that, it really doesn't. Um, he hasn't really made an impact on me. Whether or not you should get it, um, I'm kind of torn between what I should give this for a rating. I want to give it a 4, but I think I'm going to give it a 3.5 right now. Not enough happened in the issue for me to go, I love this. But it had everything else right in tone and feel and action and in characterization. So 3.5 out of 5. Moving on to Red Hood and the Outlaws, issue 19. For Red Hood to have a future, he'll have to erase his past. Yeah, kind of a silly Gatefold cover, but that's besides the point. Basically, Red Hood is, well, off. He's trying to go back to the all cast and trying to kind of get back on good terms with himself in that he has been screwed up since the Joker's attack. And Roy and Corey have been looking for him the whole time. Eventually, they come across him, and lo and behold, he is, well, suffering from amnesia, or that he got rid of his memories. And exactly how this affects Jason and the Outlaws, well, you're going to have to read and see. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. I liked Red Arrow in this. Red Arrow, oh my god. Arsenal in this. I like the tone of how James Talion is the voice for Red Arrow. Why do I keep on calling him Red Arrow? He's not Red Arrow anymore. He's Old Habits Die Hard. Arsenal. And I haven't called him Red Arrow for years. It's weird. Um, but yeah, I like the voice for Roy in this. I like the fact that we kind of going back to the all cast, and I like the fact that Essence is going to be showing up in this, because Essence was kind of a cool cat. At first, I didn't really lock onto her, but she grew on me after a while. And there's a nice little dinosaur fight, for lack of a better term. Um, Bad. I don't like how Corey's drawn in this. Her eyebrows like go up there and connect to her hair. Uh, that in the story itself doesn't capture me, but it is what it is. Just like Nightwing, and it has a lot of faults to Nightwing. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. Moving on to Catwoman, issue number 19. Captured by the Justice League of America and sent to Arkham Asylum. So basically, not to spoil too much, Catwoman joined the Justice League because she is like a sneaky kind of person. She's a thief. She's good at infiltrating. She's good at sneaking around. She's good at stealing. And best of all, she has a very bad rap to her name. So a lot of people think of her as a villain. So the Justice League figures, or the Justice League of America, I'll just call it JLA. The JLA figures, well, let's stage her betraying us or attacking us and throw her into Arkham. That way, she'll get street cred, hook up with, like, the bad guys, and we'll get some information. That's the basic gist of the story. Her trying to get out of Arkham and to, for the most part, get that street cred. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. I like the concept. I like how they're incorporating the Justice League of America into Catwoman's title. I think it's a much needed injection. At the risk of sounding negative, Catwoman's title hasn't really been good unless Batman's been in it the past few times. And it's nothing against Catwoman, it's just I don't feel as though the writers have been able to develop her as an individual that much. So she's had to rely a lot on supporting cast. For the time being, I think that's a good idea with the Justice League of America. Why? Because her title should tie into the comic at some point. It helps out her comic, and it also adds to the Justice League title because this will go into issue number 3 of Justice League. I like the concept and the idea of her going into Arkham and having to find her way out. I feel as though Nocenti did a good job of having a voice for Catwoman this issue, and the art was good. Bad, the ending just didn't feel right. I don't know how when she escapes. And why is there so many freaking layers to Gotham? Like, she's in Arkham and she falls, and there's like a whole nother city or statues everywhere underneath Arkham, and it's just silly. But besides that, Catwoman was better this week than last week. I feel as though Catwoman has been kind of up and down lately. We all know my feelings with Catwoman since Judd Winnick left, and that it has been really either good, entertaining, or bad, and what the hell is going on. I don't even know what's going on in the story. I think they should continue her being like this for the Justice League of America. And it gives Catwoman direction. You can't really have her just be stealing stuff the whole time. It gets boring. If there's a purpose and a reason, rather than her being a kleptomaniac, like she's doing it for the Justice League, it makes sense. It works out for the comics. So, 4 out of 5 this week. Catwoman was much better. A Tale of Blood for Batwoman. And a family secret. Which really isn't much of a family secret. This is kind of a fallout issue, for lack of a better term. We've had a lot of shit go on with Batwoman, and this issue I don't want to reveal too much, but let's just say there's a possibility of the Weeping Woman being back. In addition to that, Batwoman is being asked by Director Bones to go after Batman. And Batwoman does not want to do it. But, oh boy, what a freaking cliffhanger. But some leverage is used on Batwoman. Hint, it's not her father. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Characterizations of everyone is just so great. J.H. Williams really knows this character very well. I like the art in this also. I like the fact that they're kind of disregarding her tattoos. I didn't like her tattoos. I don't mind her having tattoos. I just thought, like, some of them were silly in location. I don't like arm tattoos. I don't think arm tattoos on women look that good unless it's handled well. That's just my own personal opinion. There's nothing wrong if you have an arm tattoo and you're a woman. Everyone has a different preference. I like the tension between her and Flamebird, or Firehawk as she's called now, and I like most especially the cliffhanger and what's being used against her as leverage. Uh, Bad Zilch. This is 5 out of 5. Batwoman showing once again why the character is a breakout star in a great comic. Birds of Prey, issue 19. Attacked and betrayed by, and I think we all saw this coming, Mr. Freeze and Starling. So we kind of know not Mr. Freeze, Starling to be kind of a double agent and her to be questionable in her loyalties. I still hold out hope that she's still a good guy because I like her. I think she's good on the Birds of Prey team. But basically, this is the Birds of Prey team getting an ultimatum by Mr. Freeze saying, hey, bring Styx, your Talon, or Strikes, to where she was created, and I'll give you Starling back, which is, it's a trap. Everyone knows it's a trap. Black Canary goes, it's a trap! And we all know it's a trap. But, of course, they have to let it happen, and a big fight ensues. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. I really love this team coming together with Batgirl, Black Canary, Condor, Strikes, and Starling to a degree now that Starling's kind of on the edge of being good, bad, good guy, bad guy. The art is great. The banter between everyone is very nice, and I do like the uneasy feeling that comes with the team. And I thought Mr. Freeze was a good villain to use. Bad, I can't really think of much with this that is bad. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I've been enjoying the comic since. Maybe it was a little too easy for them to infiltrate the Court of Owls stronghold, but besides that, it was fairly fun and enjoyable. 5 out of 5. Moving on to Marvel Now, Savage Wolverine. Um, Boy, I thought I was going to drop this title, but I've kept with it. Basically, in this, Shauna is brought back to life by the Man-Thing. And Man-Thing's like Marvel's Swamp Thing, right? It's a thing. You want to see my Man-Thing? No, but yeah, she's brought back to life. Big misunderstanding. Wolverine attacks, rips and tears through people. But there's a cliffhanger. And the cliffhanger involves a certain well-known adversary of Wolverine, or rival. I don't know if adversary is the right word. I'll say adversary. The two of them kind of bitch slapped each other around a few times. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Art is beautiful, as it's always been. We get a little bit more of this character whose name escapes me at this time. The one that's been taught, the man of science and all that. What's his name? I completely forget. Shit happens. Oh well. But good action scenes. Wolverine ripping and tearing through people. In addition to that, him going up against giant gorillas. And I think they do a nice handle on Wolverine's healing factor in this. It's not instantaneous, but at the same time, it's fast working. Uh, Amadeus Chow, that's the guy's name. I don't really know him. Uh, and it has a good cliffhanger. Bad, I can't really think of bad. I enjoy the Wolverine title more than I enjoy Savage Wolverine. I think a little bit more than I enjoy Wolverine. Um, 5 out of 5. Enjoyable. Amethyst, Sword and Sorcery, issue number 7. The ruler of Gemworld is Eclipso. Eclipso's back and he's causing a bit of trouble. Hey now, Eclipso's back. Yes, Eclipso is originally from Gemworld. And again, this comic it just has great intricacy with its different houses in each Gem family. And in that, we find that how people transfer their powers a little bit more when the father or the mother dies and the eldest child gets it. And we find Eclipso more and more trying to wreak havoc on Gemworld. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good, I like Eclipso being in this comic. I think he fits well in Gemworld. The characterization of everyone is nice. The art is beautiful also. Bad, I felt as though for a character that fits well in Gemworld, Eclipso didn't do much. So that was a bit annoying. That, and there was a bit of dialogue here, but besides that, maybe a little too much dialogue in some areas. A lot of exposition thrown at you. For the most part, though, I enjoyed this. 4.5 out of 5. Moving on to Supergirl. And what's deadlier than Lex Luthor? None other than Power Girl! Hey, by the way, Power Girl gets her better costume in this. Basically, her old school costume minus the pirate boots and the pirate gloves, and she gets more updated gloves. It looks pretty much exactly like that. The old school Power Girl costume with the open chest area and the white bikini, and then her gloves and her um, boots have changed, but that's about it. Basically, in this, Power Girl comes to save Supergirl, who's still kryptonite poisoned big time after her dealing with hell on Earth. And the two of them kind of just work together to fight off a bad guy. That's it. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Little, just at the very end, a little William Shatner came in there. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. I enjoyed Power Girl and Supergirl being working together on this, and most importantly, I like the fact that they're not bitch slapping each other around. That they're actually working together, and that they have a commonality with each other. I like the fact that Kara gets her Kara. I like the fact that Power Girl gets her new suit, which is really her own suit, old suit, new. Uh, the art was good, and I thought the dialogue was good. Bad, the villain really didn't do much for me. He's the thing that they had to beat around, and yeah, not too much happened in this except for the fact that Power Girl gets her costume, which is really right there. And the two of them team up. Whether or not you should get it. Yeah, you know what? Supergirl was fun this week. Other than the fact that this guy right here, the dude that they fight, is utterly boring and really didn't serve anything. Yeah, it was a fun comic. 4.5 out of 5. Supergirl has been, I think, one of the more consistently good of the Superman titles. Moving on to G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. This is one of the two titles that came out that just has been like, where have you been for the past few months? Basically, in this, the Joes, and pardon me, I have to just check up on something. The Black Major is basically being a dick, causing trouble, and Natalie Bernhardt, is it Bernhardt? The freaking doctor that gets captured all the time, even from the first issue. Her name escapes me, but basically the Joes are trying to free her and trying to take out the Black Major. Whether or not it's going to work out. Burkhart. Dr. Burkhart. She's like worse than Princess Peach. She gets captured every issue. Uh, Basically, they try to save her. That's the gist of the issue. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. Great action scenes. The art was good in this. I like the fact that Duke and Scarlet actually does something, because in the past few issues they've kind of just sat on their ass and bitched at other people. And I like the villain. And I also like some of the quotes. Like, for example, there's this hovercraft that looks like a skull, and in the beginning, um, who is it that says it? I forget I forget who says it, but they say, so exactly how am I gonna write an after action report strafing by a flying armored skull? It's just funny things. They even realize how ridiculous something like that is. Bad, there's a little too much dialogue in this, and in addition to that, I didn't the plot didn't really grab onto me. I don't feel as though it builds to anything bigger. It's self-contained, but it's a boring self-contained. Whether or not you should get it, G.I. Joe has been consistently good. It's never been insulting or bad. I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5. If you're a Joe fan, pick it up. And on to the next title that took a while to come out was Red Sonja number 74. Red Sonja needs her friends. Red Sonja needs her friends to kill people. Red Sonja. How do you like that review? Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. Nice fighting scenes in this. I like the dialogue between Sonja and the friend that's the tracker. His name escapes me because it's been so freaking long since I've read this book. And I like Sonja's costume in this. It's kind of Callisto from Xena Warrior Princess-ish. Bad. The plot is boring. The dialogue is heavy, and I just don't care. Red Sonja, for a comic that started off so great and that I enjoyed so much, has really kind of fallen apart into why does it even matter? Queen Sonya has been the better title of the two lately. Queen Sonya has been really good. And that's why I'm looking forward to Gail Simone jumping on and them kind of relaunching this title. Whether or not you should get it, I mean, it's nothing to write home to. 2 out of 5. Oh, that hurt. Usually don't give 2 out of 5s, but it really wasn't that great. Green Lantern, New Guardians, issue number 19. Wrath of the First Lantern, part, 11. Sinestro can't be stopped, except by Simon Baz, the White Lantern. So Sinestro is a little distraught, a little pissed off because, well, his home world was destroyed. So much so that he accuses Kyle with working with the First Lantern. Why? Because Kyle wields the White Lantern ring. The only other person that has really been able to wield the White Lantern ring, truly, is Sinestro and the First Lantern. I know there's like Deadman and Batman and all the other White Lanterns like Superman and stuff, but he's talking like legitimate users. And in that, he flips the hell off at Kyle Rayner. And then Simon Baz shows up, and then, as you can expect, Simon Baz gets the ring temporarily. And, again, Sinestro flips out. Because Sinestro's pissed. And I don't blame him. His whole planet was blown up. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good, I felt as though the dialogue was very nicely done here. How Sinestro reacted to the death of his planet was very good. And in addition to that, I think this was a good Fallout issue, and it actually ties into First Lantern pretty nicely. Bad is Simon Baz was just kind of there, and him being a White Lantern really didn't do much. It's, again, just there. And other than the fact that it's Sinestro kind of getting bitchy and moany, there's not much that moves the plot forward in any way, except for Sinestro being like, bring back my world, and then be like, well, try. Not working. Okay, I'm gonna go beat up the First Lantern, and flies away. That's about it. Whether or not you should get it, a fun issue, but not necessarily an amazing one. 3.5 out of 5. Moving on to Captain America, Marvel Now, issue number 5. So Captain America is pissed. Why? Because his son was taken from him, or his adopted son, or his stolen son, depending on how you look at it. And what does Captain America do? Kick some ass and take some names. We see Captain America being pushed to the very edge, and in being pushed to the very edge, he does some questionable stuff, including, well, I'll leave it there for you to read. He's really got, he's really lost it. And what's his name? Zolan or Zolar or whatever his name is. The dude that was in Captain America's chest. Yeah, he's pissed off. He wants Captain America because he wants Captain America's body. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Action was good. I like how Captain America is being driven to the edge. I felt as though all the characters were nicely handled. And I like how disturbing this comic can be. Bad? Not really. 5 out of 5. Captain America was good this week. On to Justice League of America Vibe. His greatest challenge, and it is none other than Kid Flash. It's Vibe versus Kid Flash, and basically, Vibe needs... Amanda Waller is doing this so that she can see if Vibe can actually take on the real Flash, because, might as well start off with the appetizer and then go into the main course. And it's just that, is Vibe versus Kid Flash. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good, I like the actual confrontation between the two, and I like the fact that they kind of get along towards the end in a weird way, cocking my eyebrow. I also do like Gypsy being done up in this. I like how this story has a plot that's intriguing. It's kind of a mystery-ish plot. What is the plot? Well, I know what the plot is, but do you know what the plot is, kind of thing, if that makes sense? I'm enjoying the plot. I'm enjoying the stuff with Gypsy. I'm enjoying how Vibe is questioning himself on this team. It's just everything's kind of falling into place very nicely. Bad, a little bit wordy on dialogue, but besides that, it was pretty fun, and I will give this a 4.5 out of 5. Um, I'm interested to see where it goes next week. On to DC Universe Presents. This is the final issue, I believe. Issue 19. Run! Or die at the hands of Beowulf. Um, this issue you probably wouldn't understand or enjoy unless you've been reading the backups of Beowulf and Sword and Sorcery. In that, Beowulf comes to our time and he's hunting down a shape-shifting demon who is shape-shifting into the Justice League. What does Beowulf do? Take Pointy End and put it into Thing. Does that kill it? Don't know. And of course, there is a twist at the end. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. I kind of like Beowulf as a character. Um, Although I don't like his background being from the apocalyptic future. I hate apocalyptic future stories. They always suck, or they're just not enjoyable. At least for me. Um, the art was good, and I thought the dialogue was good. Bad. The story was a letdown. He doesn't fight the Justice League. He just fights people pretending to be the Justice League. Yeah, it is what it is. 2.5 out of 5. Last two titles this week: Wonder Woman: The Fury and The Passion. So a lot of stuff is thrown at us in this issue, mostly about the firstborn and his role in life and his destiny in life, and how it comes into conflict with the lastborn, which is the latest child, Zola's child. There, Zola. Zola's in Wonder Woman, not in Captain America. It's confusing the names. Um, in addition to this, we see some stuff heat up between Orion and Wonder Woman. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Everything's good, nothing's bad. Wonder Woman's that good of a comic. This feels a lot more like Wonder Woman than her in Justice League too. She feels like a leader. She feels like she's confident. She feels like she's, for lack of a better term, kind of has the mind of a diplomat. She's smart. She uses her brains, but she's not afraid to push people around. Um, get this title. If you're not picking up Wonder Woman, you're doing yourself a disservice. And finally, Justice League. Who is killing Superman? Now, this is the gatefold cover that I was looking forward to the most because I wanted to know if they would actually do it, and they did. It's Batman. But is it? Someone infiltrates Batman's Batcave and finds his contingency plans on Justice League of America. Or the Justice League. Stop me if you heard this one before. Cough, cough, Tower of Babel, cough, cough. And steals the Kryptonite ring. Now, we don't find out who actually did this, but we do find out where the ring goes, and oh my, does it go to someone. Oh my. In addition to that, Batman addresses this with Wonder Woman and Superman, but also addresses the fact that they've been dating. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. I like the concept and story. I like the fact that they're doing the contingency plans for Batman. The art was good. I like the fact that we see more of the secondary team, Firestorm and the Atom, which I do like the new Atom and I do like the new Firestorm. Not the new Firestorm. I like Firestorm in general. But I do like the new Atom. She's growing on me a lot for a character that's had maybe a total of 10 panels. So she must be doing something right if she's growing on me a lot. Good feel to the comic, too. Bad. What happened to the cliffhanger in the last issue with the Justice League Watchtower getting hacked? Where's the correlation? Feels as though they just dropped everything. Whether or not you should get it, 4.5 out of 5. Justice League is a great comic. If not for the Justice League, then for the backup with Billy Batson. Great comic this week. Enjoyed it. Recommend getting it. On to my picks of the weeks. My picks of the weeks. And my picks of the weeks may not necessarily go through ratings. This is tough. You know what? I'll do you instead. I was going to put someone in there, but I decided not to. Yeah, we'll do this. I am going to go with, first and foremost, is Supergirl was fun this week. This is my number 3 for the pick of the week. I like the fact that the title is just going along and doing its own thing, and it's having a good time doing it. And I also enjoy the fact that Power Girl was in it. Very nice. Justice League was fun this week. Justice League is always a consistently good title. Even when there's bad with the title, I can't help but overlook it because it's so much good. And lastly is Wonder Woman. I enjoyed Wonder Woman because it is just Wonder Woman. Everything about that comic is just perfect, and I want to see more. After I read it, I want to see more. So those are my picks of the week. Runners-ups are like Catwoman, Captain America, Savage Wolverine, but those are my picks. On to news and updates. So Nintendo released some Nintendo Direct released some information, some new games coming out, like The Last Professor Layton, a new Mario Party, Yoshi Island 3DS, Donkey Kong Country 3DS, some other games, some Animal Crossing, a Starship game, Tanks and versus Bugs or something like that, Bravery Default, Flying Fairy trailers, Pikmin 3 information, Earthbound information, but most importantly, my friends, the thing that is most important is they release the next Zelda game, which is for the 3DS, which is a sequel to A Link to the Past. Oh my god, I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped. Everyone knows how much I love Zelda. And I said that the next Zelda game better be for the 3DS. And I like what they're doing. It looks great. I haven't even played it, but it looks great. I like the concept of him being able to go onto the wall and kind of move around as the gameplay function. I like the fact that it's a sequel to A Link to the Past. I want this game and I want it now. But I'm going to have to be patient. But when it comes out, I'm going to play the shit out of that game. So, a lot of interesting stuff. A lot of games I want to get. Professor Layton. Of course, I love Professor Layton. New Yoshi game I want to get. A lot of games I want to get. So it was a good Nintendo Direct. I recommend you watch it and look at all the trailers and tell me what you think of the new Zelda game that's coming out. It has no announcement yet. People are just calling it A Link to the Past 2, but we do know it's a direct sequel. So yeah, I have bought a shitload of video games over the past 2 weeks or so that I want to kind of show you guys what I've been playing. I got Wii U, and GameCube. First and foremost is I have bought and played a lot of Injustice Gods Among Us. I played and beat the story mode. I play a lot of matches with my friends. Of course, I got it for the Wii U because I'm not going to buy it for anything else. Because the Wii U's controller has a good gamepad on it, D-pad, unlike the Xbox 360, which sucks so much with this gamepad. I love the Pro Controller for the Wii. It works out so well. This game is fan-freaking-tastic. My characters that I play, my main character is Deathstroke. Deathstroke is freaking awesome. My secondary is Aquaman, and my third is Wonder Woman. Although I do like to play as Shazam and Superman also, but I'm not quite as good with them as the other ones. But Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Deathstroke are the characters I play as, which is funny because I'm not playing as Batman. I know, isn't kind of weird, but I really do like the game. I love the story mode, and I'm gonna play the shit out of this once I get a chance. I've just been so busy with work I haven't been able to, but get this game. It's really good. And then the first DLC character, Lobo, has been introduced. So I'm going to try to get the shit out of him. I got a lot of GameCube games to play. I've been having a hankering for the Mario games, so I bought Mario sports games. So I bought Mario Toadstool Tour, which is golf, Mario Superstar Baseball, Mario Power Tennis, and Mario Strikers. So far, I've only had a chance to play Mario Strikers and Mario Baseball, but I'm going to play a lot of it when one of my buddies is going to come down. And we're gonna play. And the reason why I am buying so many Mario games that are like sports games is one, because Mario, I feel, is a character that you can put him in anything. He can be in a game where you're jumping and hitting blocks and jumping off mushrooms and stuff, or he can play go-kart racing, or be in an RPG, or be in a fighting game. It really doesn't matter. Mario fits in so many things. And generally his sports games are good. Particularly, I like Mario Strikers, although I heard Power Tennis is probably the best of the bunch, but that remains to be seen for me. Two is nostalgia. I played a lot of Mario games with my buddy early college days. and also late high school days, and it was fun playing Mario parties and playing Mario Strikers and baseball and shit like that, and I miss it. I'm not gonna lie, I miss it. So, a lot of nostalgia in that, but I'm glad I got them. I got also this two games at my 50% off sale for my comic book store. A Batman Dark Tomorrow, which I know is not a good Batman game, but I saw it and it's rare and I wanted it, so I bought it. We'll be playing that at some point. And the game that I'm currently playing right now, which is a Luigi's Mansion, which I never was able to play before, but I'm playing now. So, Luigi's Mansion, I am at Area 4, and I think there's 4 areas in the game. So tomorrow I'm gonna play the shit out of it before I do karate, and maybe I'll take a day off for myself tomorrow to just kind of detox and figure out where I'm at in life. And then I got a lot of Wii games, which are important to point out. Okay, all of them are here. They had a buy two get one free sale, so I bought in the first sale Lego Batman, which I had played and beat. I got Lego Batman 2, and I got Castlevania Judgment. And then the second time I went, I got House of the Dead 2 and 3, Mad World, and Red Steel 2. All games that I haven't played yet that I will play at some point in my life. And then recently released, the game that I was very excited for is Pandora's Tower, which was part of Operation Rainfall, which I want Xenoblade so bad I missed my chance at getting it. I got Last Story. I completely passed off on Xenoblades. I'm kicking myself in the ass for it. But I'm glad I got Pandora's Tower. I'm so looking forward to this game. Once I beat Luigi's Mansion, I'm going to jump into Pandora's Tower. And then I'm going to put you guys over here. And then lastly, for DS and 3DS games, I found this, which is hard to find, Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon at GameStop, so I picked it up. Ever since I played Awakening, I've been tempted to play the rest of the Shadow Emblems, Fire Emblem games, and seeing that this is the story of Marth, first brought over to the Western, the first Western game with Marth in it for Fire Emblem, see, seeing that it's had so much exposure to Marth through Super Smash Bros., I'm like, I want to get this game. So I'm glad I got it. And then lastly, I got, which was hard to find because it's sold out everywhere, I got Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, which I will be playing after I beat Luigi's Mansion and Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. And just today, I got seduced into picking up a game series that I never played before, but everyone says it's good, so I decided to get it. And that would be Shin Megami Tensei, Devil Summoners, Soul Hackers. Everyone says it's a good game, everyone and their mother, so I said to myself, hey, I'll go get it. So, with that said, those are the games that I have picked up and I'm going to be playing. Time to move on to questions and answers, and I have to kind of not go fast, but I have to really put some effort into these because my fiance is taking me out again for my birthday today, so we'll see what happens. I'm kind of curious because she has some things set and we're on a schedule. So let's start from the beginning. Bobby, Billy, Bill, Bob. Awesome as always. Can't wait for year 0. Hope the Riddler is the main villain in the new arc. We will see. We will see. Billy, Bob also said, I feel acceptance will. I feel acceptance will be Dick Grayson. Makes sense. The first Robin is also the first son that Bruce ever had, minus Alfred, probably Bruce's most trusted ally. Okay. Felipe 19991 to most new Batman fans, what they want to see. To most new Batman fans is what they want to see. You almost unknown character like Bob. Oh, these are responses to other people's questions. Aha! I gotta pay attention. Sorry, guys. One thing that really makes me angry with comics is taking characters like Batman, Wolverine, Deadpool, and Venom, etc., and overexposing them to the point that people start to get annoyed. It's sad because they are all great characters, which Felipe respond to. Yeah, I can understand that, but at the same time, they're characters that sell. Look at all the comics that I've reviewed and that I've recommended, from Amethyst to Deathstroke to OMAC. They're all great comics and characters, but you're not buying them because there's not a bat on it. Well, there's not Wolverine or an X. Um, oh, Blue Lantern of 2814 is pronounced Win, like win. Okay, that's good to know. Felipe19991 also said, Andrew, what's your opinion on less traditional and not so related teams like of the Bat family, like Birds of Prey, Suicide Squad, Red Hood and the Outlaws, and Teen Titans? Which, to be fair, all those might as well be Bat titles because they're kind of related to Batman. Um, what do I think of them? What are my opinions? I think they're good comics. I think of all of them. I mean, Red Hood is kind of a Batman comic. It may not always dip into the Batman universe, but I would say it's a Batman comic. Teen Titans is really Tim Drake in the Teen Titans, but it's not really Batman. I think it feels Batman because it crosses over with Batman a lot. And Suicide Squad also the same thing. All of them are enjoyable titles. I wish Birds of Prey was a little bit more of Batman, but I like the fact that it's kind of doing its own thing also. All of them are great titles, and I do enjoy them all. And maybe actually it's good that they're connected to Batman, but they are less traditional and they're kind of separate doing their own things. Zach Brown, love your videos, Andrew. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Adam Page, Andrew, you said you were playing Lords of Shadows on one of your videos, and I was wondering, were you planning on picking up Castlevania Lords of Shadows Mirrors of Fate for 3DS? I've completed and enjoyed it, and despite mixed reviews. Also, are you planning on picking up Luigi's Mansion 2 and Fire Emblem Awakening? Uh, First and foremost, is I actually played Mirror of Fate before I played the new Castlevania for the Xbox. So yes, I did play and beat it. I did like it. I thought it was very enjoyable. Despite its faults, I felt it was a very endearing and fun game. As for Luigi's Mansion 2, as you see, I picked it up, and I already played and beat Fire Emblem Awakening. It was awesome. Adam Page, also, have you read any of the Morning Glory comics from Image? No, I have not, but I've heard a bit of it. I've heard a bit of it talk around the comic store, so. Travis Edwards, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Those are the 5 stages of grief. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Travis Edwards, quick question. What books do you recommend to fully enjoy the Trinity War? Justice League Dark, and Justice League America. Those are the 3 that you really only need. Although I would consider maybe dipping into Pandora and Phantom Stranger, but that remains to be seen. I'm not sure if they're going to cross over that much. Dustin Wynn is Jelly Bros Assemble. Dustin Wynn is my favorite artist out there. Can't wait to see him do the backups to Superman Unchained. That book is shaping up to be really great. That it does look like it's going to be great. Nick Lenz says, Hi, Andrew. In case you were wondering, Shazam's backup story from Justice League are being put on to trade paperback. I have 3 questions for you. Oh, thank you for letting me know that, by the way, because that was a question I had last time. First, do you think Azure will be brought into the New 52? Eventually, I think he'll be changed around. I don't know if they're going to go with Michael Lane or Jean-Paul Valley. Uh, doesn't really matter to me. But I do think that he'll eventually be brought back. Just, I think I think he'll be brought back, but I think he'll be removed from Nightfall somehow, and he's going to have his story retold in some way. But yeah. 2, or second, do you think it would be a good idea to put Team 7 as a backup feature for Stormwatch, since they're both in the Wildstorm imprint? Actually, I think Team 7 would be better as a backup for Suicide Squad because they're a little bit more closely related than Stormwatch, but not a bad idea. Third, what would you say if they made Gal, Simone, and Amanda Conda the creative team on World's Finest? I would say that comic actually has direction then. Because the comic has no freaking direction right now. I think that would be a fantastic idea, Nick. And Nick also says, one other thing. You can find Wolverine, Fantastic Four, and Captain America from the early years of the series in Essentials Marvel line. Also, have you ever thought of picking up Wolverine, the X-Men, and Gambit? I do know the Essential line, which is basically the Showcase Presents version for Marvel. The only thing that kills me is they're not in color, and I know you can get those comics in color somehow. I might pick them up at some point, but I'm not sure. Have I thought of picking up Wolverine in the X-Men and Gambit? Yes, but at the same time, with money as it is, I just don't care enough. I've heard Wolverine the X-Men is fun and Gambit is okay, but it's not enough to make me want to pick up more. Sorry. Ben's comics. Have you watched Walking Dead? Any Walking Dead episodes? And your thoughts on the first season of Arrow? I have not watched any Walking Dead. I have not watched or read it. I know I'm really the oddball here. As for first season of Arrow, I've only seen the first 3 episodes, so I can't comment on it. I'm gonna watch it when it comes out on DVD, and I'll probably watch it with the missus. Seeing that right now we're going through the Big Bang Theory, which is freaking awesome. We're in season 2 right now. Uh, Omar Z. Hey Andrew, who do you think would win in a fight to the death? Superman Prime or Black Zero Superboy? Great reviews, by the way. Superman Prime or Black Zero? Superman Prime because he'll kill you. He'll kill you to death. Probably because Superman Prime, because wasn't it when he became Superman Prime he was uh, the strongest Superman for some reason? I forget. It's been a while, but I would go with Superman Prime. Super Fantastico 199815. My contacts are blurring. Great video. You know, I've always been like a kind of a fan of Batman because since I've been a child, the greatest hero I've ever seen. But then I see Jason Todd. Thank you if you read. Thank you if you read this. Uh, Also, I have a question. Why did Xbox get Injustice demo faster than PlayStation 3? I don't know. A good question. I have no answer. P.S. If you mention, I think that's mentioned, me in your videos, I will be very grateful. I like to be called Gabriel Romano. I'm a friend of Oscar Otunga. Okay. Gabriel, nice to meet you. I'll remember that, Super Fantastico. You're Gabriel. Um, Callie Swan Poli. I hope I said that correct. Uh, what do recon? What the? Hold on, I have to read this. It's a little misspelled. What do recon will die in Trinity Wars, if anyone's? I don't know. Who will die in Trinity War? Is that the question? Uh, Re-ask the question. I'm a little confused by what you're asking, but I don't think anyone's going to die in Trinity War at all. Enrique Mendean. I'm horrible at pronouncing names, so I apologize. You already know. You already know I love the Creeper, so I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on Creeper, and what do you think the DC can do with him to make him well known and popular for in comics? Um, what's the thought on the Creeper? I think I said this before. I think the Creeper is a fun character, but he will never be successful on his own. Which is, if DC does anything with the Creeper, I think they should put him on the Justice League Dark or something where he can bounce around and have characters to talk to. Or maybe put him in like Phantom Stranger and have him be a Phantom Stranger character or something. But he's not strong enough on his own. But I think he's a great character to put on teams. I enjoyed him on The Outsiders when he was on there. I know you don't. I know he won't hold the series, but at least give him something to do. DC has a great, unique character in so many ways, and basically forgets him. Yeah, DC and Marvel does that for a lot of their characters. Canon's Deus Ex. Hey Andrew, do you think Carrie Kelly's roommate, Batman Robin, was actually Stephanie Brown? Yeah, that actually got brought up a lot. I'm gonna say this. No. And the reason why, and it's possible she could be, but I'm going to say no, because at this point, I think people are just grabbing at whatever they can. Oh, she's blonde. It must be Stephanie Brown. Oh, she's blonde and she's wearing purple. It's Stephanie Brown. Um, I don't think so. Uh, we end Lego Man. I wonder if Damien will come back from something. No, Damien's dead. Although, what's his name? Grant Morrison said he didn't care if someone brought him back to life after his stories, but Damien's dead. Oscar Otunga, hey, your friend Gabriel just commented. Hey, Andrewcutter, the review from last time I told you Donna Troy was in Young Justice team because she appeared between season 1 and 2. We didn't see it on the TV show. Do you believe DC will make Justice League Dark a movie And do you think it could be a good movie? Thank you for reading this. Uh, Thank you for reading this. Your review's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Do I think they will make a Justice League Dark movie? I don't think it'll be the first movie that they make for a while, but I think it would be good. I think you have to get the right actors and the right directors, although that goes for with every movie, but particularly with Justice League Dark because it's such an obscure comic in relations to other comics. But yeah, I think it would be a good idea. Batman Beyond for the win. Have you been watching Captain Logan Spawn Year? No, I have not. Review Ultimate One. Andrew, do you ever read or watch Star Trek, and are you pumped for the new movie? I've watched every episode of Next Generation, most of Voyager, a lot of DS9, and some of the original series. I've watched all the movies, and yeah, I am kind of getting pumped for the movie. Star Trek has changed. It's not the same creature it was back in TNG and beforehand, but it's fun now. Uh, I like the new twist that they're kind of doing with it. Do you read Spawn comics, and do you watch Geekvolution Spawn Year? No and no. Sorry. I kind of was tempted to read Spawn, but I did not. And finally, do you read the New 52 Legends of the Dark Knight? If so, what do you think is a good book? Legend of the Dark Knights, the current print, is actually not part of the New 52. It's outside of the New 52, so I don't read it. Ex Valias, I hope I said your name right. Put yourself in the DC universe. Suspend disbelief for a second. With your 17 years of martial arts and uh, here we go again. With your 17 years of martial arts, how would a fight between you and Batman go? And how long would the fight between you and Nightwing go? Batman would still probably beat me. Well, okay. Suspending disbelief. Using comic book logic, where Batgirl can have 3 years of judo and be a master fighter. And somehow a 10-year-old boy like Damien, despite the fact he's 10, is a master fighter. 17 years of martial arts and put me in a comic book universe, I think I would last 10 seconds with Batman. And that's it. I think that's a good amount. Nightwing probably longer because Nightwing would probably be saying his funny quips while he was doing it and toying around with me. But again, it's the goddamn Batman. I mean, 17 years of martial arts is amazing, even in the comic book universe. But Batman has almost every martial arts under his belt, so he already has more to his repertoire than I do. And he has how many years Batman Return? He has a shitload of years as a martial artist. So Batman for the win. Nightwing, him and I would probably go out and get coffee. Exvalias also asks, also, I've been meaning to ask you, this is without the respawn, it's Batman. How would a fight between Batman and Ozymandias? Who would be the victor? And that's tough. Uh, Actually, I asked my friend once this, and we got into a heated debate. In a good heated debate. We analyzed and we pinned it down. Ozymandias and Batman. It would be very close, especially with Ozymandias' near superhuman ability to absorb knowledge and data and kind of use it to his advantage. But we came to the conclusion it was Batman because Batman, um, with Ozymandias, he fought a lot of criminal underworld, but Batman's fought freaking Superman. I think Batman is more well equipped to adapt to fighting Ozymandias. That and Ozymandias has a bit of an ego. I think that would play to his disservice. Zerk Works 24. In preparation for Man of Steel, do you know any good Superman versus General Zod stories? I think there's actually a book out there that collects a couple of them, but probably Last Sun and the new Krypton stuff. That was good. Zach Brown asks, "Hey Andrew, how do you like Injustice so far? Is the storyline what you expected, or were you surprised about it?" I was actually a little surprised because I didn't think it was going to be spoiler an alternate universe. I thought it was going to be self-contained and somehow they were going to whitewash it. But I liked the story. I really did, and I liked the game so far. Mr. Logger Reviewer, who would win? Who do you think would win in a fight between Power Rangers and the Justice League? Justice League, clearly. The Power Rangers would get destroyed. I love the Power Rangers, but the Justice League would destroy them. And what are your thoughts on the new 3DS Zelda game Link to the Past 2? Oh, I gave you my thoughts. And what do you think about the gameplay and mechanics of it? I love the gameplay mechanics. I'm looking forward to it so bad. Adam Hollander, start from the beginning and pick it up in trades. It's a much stronger story that way. Oh, this is a response to. I haven't checked out the Flash and New 52. What's your opinion on it? Could I start from the beginning, or is there a recent jumping on point? Similar to what Adam said, Flash is fantastic. It's one of the best of the New 52 comics, but I recommend getting it in trades and then try to catch up that way. Adam Hollander also helped me. Nguyen, that's how you pronounce it. Not win, Nguyen. Thank you. Adam Hollander, will you catch up on American Vampire, please? Uh, Maybe during the summer. Last question. Ferraro38. What is the last issue of Hawkman and Deathstroke? It's too bad. I really like them. I think it's issue 20 or 21. That's the last issue. Could be wrong. So that's the comments and questions for the week. If you have a comment or question, you can by all means post it down. I will answer and respond to everything because that's just what I do. And yeah, that's it. A lot of shit happening. I'm gonna try to post up more reviews and stuff. I just been busy with work, so it's been a crazy time. But yeah. So I'm gonna end this video here. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.